Hello, hello, hello! We're gonna do a very short stream with Lord Winklebottom. Hello, friends! Good to see you guys here. Brittany, if I can get my contacts to adjust. Mischief Managed, Jazz, and Gabrielle, and Brittany. Hello, how are you today?
This trunk is full of various knickknacks, trinkets, old tools, and so on. I can't take all of it. Maybe if there's something specific I needed.
Yes, how do we take... I think what we needed was like a screwdriver? Oh, and a coin.
We can't use...
Okay, so I am not sure what triggers us being able to look in here. Wait a minute, I have an idea. I think, so this game does require looking at things after you've looked at them to trigger the next logic flag, so to speak. We know we need this, like, megaphone or trumpet or something.
I can't remove this trumpet, it's held in place with a small screw.
Yeah, okay, we have acknowledged that. Now we can go back up to the attic. And we know that we need a screwdriver. Maybe that is in this trunk.
This trunk is full of various knickknacks, trinkets, old tools, and so on. Let me just check through the tools. Yes, there's a small screwdriver in here. I'll take this.
Huzzah! So now we can use that. How are you guys doing on this fine weekend? It is... We've had a particularly great weekend. We had some friends over last night, and our kids had fun with people their age, which is a big deal. I know, big brain moment, right? Chaz versus Chaz. Kelly Montgomery, how are you? I'm honestly not doing so great because I've got like this massive sinus headache again. For those of you who have allergies, how do you deal with them? Sinus pressure. Okay, how do we use... Oh, we're supposed to... Hey, sorry. We're supposed to go back to this room. Just an okay weekend, Mischief Managed? Is there something you can do to relax or enjoy yourself? You know, maybe a new TV show to... Watch a fun TV show or something. Something new, different.
This screwdriver fits perfectly. Ah, yes, here we are.
Looks like you've come up trumps, hey?
Okay, how do we back out of here? Hallway. You don't deal with allergies, Mischief Managed. They deal with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, to the dining room. You just got sent home, your leg is bugging you. Gonna have to go to the chiropractor, Kelly? Kelly, I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you're able to go to the chiropractor, though. Maybe they can help sort it out. And if they see anything else wrong with it, they know how to recommend which type of doctor to go to next, which is great. Chiropractors are awesome. I mean, I particularly don't like being adjusted, but it's a great way to fix things without medications or anything invasive, and it's just a great correction.
Perhaps this trumpet would help with your hearing.
How dare you call me a strumpet? I've never been so offended in all my days.
No, madam, I said trumpet.
Now you're just mumbling, you young reprobate. Look, why don't you give me that trumpet you're holding so I can hear you better?
Okay, can we talk to her now?
I have reason to believe you might have accidentally placed a quantity of coins into your bill.
Oh my word! However did these get here? Well, perhaps you should take them, darling, and let us not make any further mention of it.
Ugh, they're all wet. Here, Frumple, you're more used to bodily fluids than I. You
Ew.
take these, and I'll just take the one we need.
Ew!
Charming.
Oh my gosh!
It seems to me, Dane, that you're making something of a habit of purloining items that don't belong to you.
And you're a damn thief.
Oh, darling, it's true, it's true. I just can't help myself. So many pretty,
He
tiny
just
things,
outright called her a thief!
don't you think? I'm doing it for them.
Oh my
I
gosh.
see. It's really not acceptable behaviour, though.
Everybody's allowed one dirty little habit, aren't they, darlings?
Did you hear that, Nancy? It's unacceptable behavior to take things.
They?
The theatre owners said I'd ruined the play. It was the meerkats of Venice. Well, how was I to know they needed all 3 of those silly boxes? I left them one, but the others were so sparkly. I just had to have them, darlings. I had to.
You mean you stole props in the middle of the play? I take it they fired you.
Yes, darling. They replaced me. Replaced me! And it was all hush-hush, of course, but I didn't work in theatre again. These days I'm lucky to get booked for a cabaret night at the Darby and Joan Club.
Oh dear.
Most distressing, I'm sure.
To think my career would meet such an ignoble end. Oh, darlings, you should have seen me in my prime. I did all the greats. Shakespeare, the primates of Penzance, waiting for Doggo. Oh, I was marvelous, darlings. Simply marvelous.
I love the homage to... Wait, what would be a proper term for this? When you're recognizing the old classic plays and classic books and classic everything in entertainment, but putting an entirely new spin on the name to accommodate it for, like, the animal kingdom. What would be the proper term for this? It's not a pun. This dialogue is amazing, Brittany, I know. He's pulling no punches. I know, and the shade towards Nancy. Yeah.
Farewell, Dame Celia.
Okay, let's ask about the haberdashery bag.
Dame Celia's haberdashery bag. Knitting, sewing, wool, threads and such like.
Can we take it?
Madam? Thank you for your time, madam.
Hello, Carly J. How are you today? Okay, what do we got? What do we got? We got thin, transparent wire, a screwdriver. We've got the coin. Ooh, let's go upstairs and take a peek at some shocking, naughty things. Saying an homage. Does that sound like the right term? Yeah, mischief managed. Because it's also like, in the sense of comedy, in the sense of humor. Yeah, it is an homage. It's not exactly like copying it or. Let's see. What the butler saw? Oh boy.
I'll just pop this in here and...
It's working. It's working. Let me see that it all. I say, there's a nude fellow in a bath. You know, he looks somewhat familiar. Well, I'll be jiggered.
Wow.
Perhaps we should endeavour to never watch that again. Ever.
Yes, quite so, old thing. Quite so.
Oh my goodness, a seal in a bathtub. He's nude. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Well, I'll be jiggered. I love the dialogue in this game. You guys, I'm not sponsored or paid to say this, but you guys should totally support this. This is a one-woman indie game. Like, one lady made this game on her own. And she spent, like, years working on it. So I would highly recommend going over to Steam and just buying it and playing it on your own. Or gift it to someone. Be like, hey, I'll sit with you as you play this. This is hilarious. Okay, just updating with someone. Okay, what were we doing? We used this. We used that, but we still have some. Okay. I totally forget what we wanted to do next. We got the coin. We looked at... Oh, we should talk to you-know-who. Reverend Peabody, sir, you're taking scandalous video of yourself.
Ah, Reverend, there's something rather delicate I wish to discuss with you. Quiet, Frumple.
What is it, my son?
Well, that is to say...
You were in a dirty movie.
Ah, bugger. I just knew it had come out at some point.
You don't deny it.
Would that I could, but no. I feared Gilfrey had discovered my secret.
Motive!
I suppose that's why we're all here. So he can reveal the terrible truth to the world.
Surely not. Gilfrey wouldn't do something like that.
And why shouldn't he? Maybe he felt that it was the right thing to do, or maybe he was going to ask for money to keep my secret. In any event, perhaps I should be punished for my sordid past. I needed the money, you see. I was young and foolish.
The old church roof again. Couldn't you run a tombola or something?
I hadn't taken up the cloth then, you understand. In fact, in many regards, this is my way of atoning for that sin.
Well, don't worry, Reverend. Your secret is safe with us.
How is it? That's a shame. It's a blasted funny story.
It is!
Well, goodbye for now, Reverend.
God be with you, my son.
I'm sorry, Mischief Managed. I do have Harry Potter on my mind because I just finished reading the 4th book and watching the 4th movie. So yes, I've got the words "you know who" like stuck in my lexicon. So that's just what I've been saying when I say "you know who." I was actually referring to Reverend Peabody though. What next? Do we have all the things what we need? We should go talk to Beryl in the kitchen. Is she still there? We can't talk to her about anything else.
Thank you, Miss Clutterbuck.
Okay, any other ideas, everybody? Yes, you have a question, Mischief Managed. Go for it. I can't seem to talk to her. Do I have a needle and I don't have, see, I only have a knife. Empty, greasy pan. I am the cookie lady in the Silent Spy, Mischief Managed. I certainly am. That was my one... And you can see the recording of me actually... recording that exact line. It's in the video that I made for Her Interactive called The Creation of a Character. So take a look at that on their YouTube channel. And you can see me in there saying the actual line. Well, let's see. What else are we supposed to do that we missed? We made the diving helmet. Yeah, that's me. That's my one rise to fame. Mischief Managed. Okay. I'm just looking through a walkthrough because I seem to be missing something. We made... I wonder if we're supposed to talk to the octopus again. You know, when in doubt, we'll go back and talk to everybody. How about that? We have to acknowledge some things. Whoops, wrong spot. I meant the dining room.
Greetings, madam.
Well, good day to you. Glad to see somebody around here has manners. Nobody else has said a word to me.
That you've heard.
Farewell, Dame Celia. If I turn the hands, I can make the clock chime.
Okay.
I'm not going to open these, it'll let a terrible draft.
Let's see, what does it say? The hint.
Any ideas, old thing?
We should probably check out old Gilfrey, see what we can discover.
Gilfrey, who is, not alive. Okay, maybe we have to acknowledge. Where is he? He's in the bathroom. Here.
Poor Gilfrey. How sad he should end up like this. Right then, I suppose you'll need to perform this autopsy.
Trouble is I don't have all my equipment. Wasn't expecting to need it. At the very least I'll need a knife, some needle and thread, and some kind of apron to protect myself. Have to ask around, I suppose.
Okay, so that acknowledges that, which is good. We have a knife. We need an apron, though. She wears aprons.
Ah, Miss Clutterbuck, I wonder if you might be able to lend us your apron for a short time.
I think not, my lord. I'd be lost without it. Give me a minute and I'll get you one of my spares, though. There you are, my lord. You can keep this one. It never did me any good in any case.
Oh my. Here, Frumple, you can keep hold of this. Thank you, Miss Clutterbuck.
Okay. That's that. That's good. Okay, maybe now we can ask about the needle and thread?
Dame Celia's haberdashery bag.
Go on then, pinch a needle and thread while she's not...
Dr. Reginald Frumple, I'm appalled. We must ask her if we wish to borrow her belongings.
Like you asked when you made off with that dead chap's tie, you mean?
He was dead. It's no different. The same...
I wonder if you might borrow your sewing kit.
Well, I suppose so. Just as long as you return it. Take what you need from my bag.
Don't think the old bird will want it back after I've been using it to serve the body.
Farewell, Dame Celia.
Okay, so we've got, I think, everything we need, right? I'm not going to last too long playing this game, honestly. With my sinus headache, this is also making me nauseous. I wonder if I can minimize the screen. My peripheral vision is not very good today.
He doesn't have anything else on him.
Pockets. Okay, so we needed to offer needle and thread.
No, I don't.
Well, what do we do?
Any ideas, old thing?
You know, I think we have everything we need to perform the autopsy now.
Good. So here, Dr. Frumple. Yeah.
I have reservation.
Okay. Oh, we have a scroll bar. How nice. Let's give the knife. We're just gonna...
Seems unlikely.
Well, how do we combine it then? Put the apron on? Good question. Do I have it? I thought I gave it to... Gave it to him. I can't scroll anymore. That's a dust sheet. How do I combine? Do 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 do. Perform the autopsy. How do I do that? I've got the... do I have to combine some things? Apron. Check. Needle and thread. Check. Interact with Gilfrey to conduct autopsy. Ah, here we go.
Right then, I suppose you'll need to perform this autopsy.
Let me take the needle and thread and I'll get on with it. Right, I'll just get ready.
Oh boy. Kiss the cook.
I'm not really sure about this apron. Oh well, here we go then.
Is that it?
Yes, all done. He was murdered, all right. Saltwater poisoning. Somebody must have tainted the water in his pipe network.
And salt water would kill him.
Yes, he's a freshwater animal. Couldn't survive in salt.
Can you estimate the time of death?
Poor chap probably only died shortly before the maid found him, but the salt could have been put into the system hours earlier. There's no way to know when the killer struck.
So we know how he was killed, but not when. That makes it hard to nail down a suspect. If it could have been done at any time, anybody could have done it. Blast.
Time for a bit of detective work then. Talk to suspects, fill up the old notebook, what?
Indeed. There's a villain on this island, and it's up to us to bring him, or her, to justice. Come, Frumple, the game is a hoof.
The game is a hoof. Awesome. Okay, so this was nixed out. Pumphrey was killed by Salt himself, so he could not have come in contact with the salt. I mean, Pumphrey was also just kind of murdered in front of us, too. So I think we need to go back and talk to everybody. A hoof. We also need to figure out, maybe if we can, when the salt arrived in here. Let's talk to Beryl.
Turning to the incident then. Are you aware of anybody who might have had a grudge against Gilfrey?
Well, my lord, Pumphrey seemed most vexed of late. Said he overheard the master discussing getting rid of somebody on the telephone. He thought it was him because of an incident in the vegetable garden. But I'm sure it wasn't. I can't think what he overheard.
What happened?
Please tell us in detail what you know about the incident.
Well, my lord, as you know, I discovered the master dead a short while before you arrived. The other guests were here, and I've been helping them to their rooms. I went to find the master, and there he was. Dead. Oh, it was horrible.
And you didn't see anything strange before that?
Well, at the time, I thought it odd that Ambrose wasn't helping with the guests. Oh, I never dreamed he'd been locked up there in the attic all that time.
Don't understand why most people ask if the victim had any enemies. I would have asked those who was closest to the victim. Yeah.
Miss Clutterbuck, it strikes me you might have had a somewhat uneasy relationship with the victim.
Oh no, sir. The master was very kind to me.
Not as kind as you'd have liked, though.
I suppose I can't blame him. A person in his position couldn't be seen with somebody like me. He just wouldn't be proper.
No.
Well, quite so.
I fancy I might have resented him for it being. Oh, my lord. If only things had been different.
Did you ever discuss this with him? Perhaps he might have felt the same way you did.
Oh, my lord. I just couldn't. The shame of it.
Oh, it's in proximity. Gotcha.
Thank you, Miss Clutterbuck.
Alright, let's go take a look at the salt again.
I suppose now we know why this salt is down here. Question is, who brought it here and to what end?
Oh, that's easy. It was the killer, and they brought it to poison Gilfrey.
Very insightful, Frumple. Thank you.
Very insightful. What would we do without you?
This switch seems to be connected to the pump system that drives water through Gilfrey's in-house pipe network.
Yes, of course. How do we get out of here? Back to the kitchen. Okay, let's go and talk to all the others. Dining room.
Madam? About the incident. How well did you know Gilfrey?
Aristotle, not well. I knew dear Ethelberta for many years, almost since I was a Crier. I remember she was so excited when Aristotle proposed to her. He always seemed such a kind soul.
Then you don't know why anyone would have done him in?
Gracious, no. Please find out what caused this terrible tragedy, Lord Winklebottom. I fear his soul will not rest until you do.
What do you know about the incident?
I have tried to speak to the spirits, but there is a veil over these events. All is cloudy to me.
A load of rot.
Frumple, do be polite.
Oh, maybe you're right, Doctor. Recently, I find myself wondering if my powers are real after all. Perhaps it's all in my head.
You're doubting your abilities.
I might not be the only one. Think about it. An animal of science brought me here. Maybe he didn't believe either. Maybe he planned to put me to the test. If he did, I don't know that I would have passed.
Thank you for your time, madam. Now, about the incident. What can you tell us about Gilfrey?
I don't know him at all. No idea why he invited me. Truth be told, when I saw that journalist, my blood ran cold.
Why?
A lady has secrets, darling. Things she might want to keep away from her adoring public. I was worried Gilfrey might have discovered something about me and was planning on sharing it with the world.
Do you know anything about what happened?
Not a thing, darling. I hid away in here when I arrived. It gets so tiresome being in public, you know. So many questions, demands for autographs.
Well, since you mention it, I have a piece of paper here. Maybe you could...
Rumpole, this is not the time. Farewell, Dame Celia.
Okay, alright. We're taking notes on them. Let's go into the drawing room. Put that on a t-shirt. A lady has secrets, darling. But if you put that on a t-shirt, everyone's gonna ask what the secrets are. That'd be funny, Chaz versus Jazz, if we were going to find a film of her in the bathtub, too. I mean, anybody can write something nasty if you see someone doing something absolutely appalling to them. I mean, someone could be interested in eating meat, and it kind of puts their image to shame. And so a reporter could write about how terrible of a person they are because they eat meat. I mean, anything could be misconstrued.
Reverend, could we talk about the incident? I wonder if we could discuss what you were doing last night.
Why? Whatever do you mean?
Well, we found your prayer book on the stairs to the attic. The same attic where Ambrose disturbed someone, got himself shut in.
You can't think I would do such a thing. I'm an animal of God, Winklebottom. I would never.
And yet, we found something up there that was of great interest to you, as you know.
All right. I admit, I was trying to find that wretched machine. I thought I could destroy it and save my good name, but I heard somebody coming up the hall stairs, so I darted out of there and hid in the study. I suppose I dropped my book then.
So you never actually went into the attic?
No, I swear I didn't. And I certainly didn't harm poor Aristotle.
Thank you, Reverend. That'll be all for now.
Hello, JP Jammin. How are you doing this fine weekend? I know, Mischief managed very Brenda Carlton with Nancy, indeed.
What can you tell us about the incident last night?
Alas, not a jot. I arrived here and went to my room for some peace and quiet before the big event. By the time I came down, poor Gilfrey had already passed.
You saw nothing unusual.
I wish I could help you, but no, I'm afraid I did not.
Well, goodbye for now, Reverend.
God be with you, my son.
Okay, let's go into the orangery and talk to Dr. Price.
If we could talk about the incident for a moment. What can you tell us about Gilfrey's death?
Nothing, I'm afraid. I wasn't in the mansion at the time. I live elsewhere on the island. I prefer the solitude. It allows me to focus on my work.
How was your relationship with Gilfrey?
I was very grateful to him for offering me work. Many people aren't quite so open-minded, you know.
You don't know of anybody who would wish him harm.
Not at all. He wasn't exactly outgoing, at least in the time I knew him.
But you got along with him well.
As well as could be expected. Like most people, he underestimated me. I'm capable of far more than the work he allowed me to do, Mr. Winklebottom. But I'm used to being underappreciated.
Because you're, you know...
Indeed. Not the sort of work a woman is supposed to do, don't you know? I have to work twice as hard as the others for a quarter of the recognition.
Most frustrating, I'm sure.
And on top of that, I can't even get a lab coat my size with pockets in it.
Aww.
It's just infuriating.
Oh, that's like the female problem of the century. Finding clothes that look nice, that fit, but have pockets. I like pockets.
Thank you, Miss Price.
Yeah, a female doctor of this time. It's set in the 1920s. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so we need to go hunt down the other characters and talk to them. Honestly, pockets are such a mission. Yes, Chaz versus Jazz. JP Jammin, pro pockets. It's like, that's the kind of t-shirt you need to wear when you're around other fashion designers. Pro pockets. Please, put pockets on your designs. Please. I once bought a pair of cargo pants that were meant for females. And they fit great. The pockets were decorative. Infuriating. Alright, so is there anyone up here in the study? Or they're all out? Okay, let's go out to the forest. And see if we can't speak to... You don't really wear dresses, but it's nice to find a dress with pockets. Yes. Yes. Indeed. Let's go into the servants' quarters and see if these guys are... Oh.
Thank you, Amber.
Culver's still asleep.
Well, he seems dead to the world.
Poor fellow is not.
He is knackered. Decorative pockets. Those literally make no sense. I know, Brittany, I know. It was supposed to be more, I guess, more flattering to the figure to not have bulky extras on the fabric on the outside. I got cargo pants because I wanted pockets. I wanted a practical pair of pants. Anyway.
Perhaps we should discuss the incident. Do you have any idea who would want to kill poor Gilfrey?
Not a clue, old thing. Not a clue.
He had no legal problems. Nothing that could suggest a motive?
Nothing that I knew about, and I would have known.
How about the old will? There's always a big kerfuffle about the will in cases like this, at least in my experience.
Nothing out of the ordinary. With his wife dead, just about everything goes to Constance.
Just about everything?
Oh, there was an amount set aside for the staff, to ensure they were well looked after. Not enough to kill for, though.
And what can you tell us about what happened to Gilfrey?
Hard to say, old thing. I mean, there was no shortage of folks coming and going, so it really could have been anybody. Quite the collection of characters, I think you'll agree.
You don't know anybody else here?
Not one of them. I've known Gilfrey for years, but not socially. I just dealt with his legal matters.
Thank you, Mr. Spode.
Hi, Jenny Liz. How are you doing today? Yeah, it's a rare treasure, Gabrielle, to find a dress that has pockets. You have a theory on pockets, Mischief Managed? The reason they're so small is to support the backpack and purse industry? Here. I have a hard enough time finding just regular practical pants that fit a phone of this magnitude. This is a brick, and it's ginormous, but I like to have it on me, on my person, at all times for communications. Family crypt. I know there's some people out here. Okay, just a few more minutes and I need to wrap it up. I need to get going. For reals, in real world, in real life.
If we could discuss the incident last night.
Wow, we can talk about a lot.
Do you know anything about the circumstances of Gilfrey's death?
Not a jot, old thing. I mean, any one of us could have done it, couldn't we? People coming and going for this big event. I say, it could even have been you. Or Dr. F here.
How dare you, sir? I'm a doctor. I would never.
Steady on, old thing. He was just making a point.
It is a good point.
How well did you know Admiral Gilfrey?
Never met the fellow. I mean, Connie has talked about him, of course, but we never actually met.
So you don't know who might have wanted to kill him?
Not a clue, old thing. Isn't it usually a family thing? Inheritance and all that?
Alas, his only family is poor Miss Gilfrey. And you, once you're married, of course.
Right, yes, I suppose so. If he'd allowed the marriage, of course. I don't think the old boy approved of me, truth be told. Like my own family, I suppose. I say, you're not suggesting we had anything to do with this, are you?
I'm not suggesting anything at the moment, sir.
But asking the appropriate questions to lead to these conclusions.
Mr. Spode mentioned Constance's inheritance. It would be rather substantial, I believe.
Oh, rather. I mean, jolly rotten luck and all, but she'll be a rich woman now.
And you a rich man if you're to marry her.
I say, well, that's a fine thing, isn't it? Dashed rude of you, old thing. What exactly are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything, just pointing out the facts.
Well, you can get that idea out of your head right away. The nerve of you. I mean, really, it's just too much.
I mean, really. JV Jammin, we can send a man to the moon but can't marry fashion and function. I know.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Constance. Oh. Okay.
Well, Miss Gilfrey.
Okay, we still haven't figured out the last bit of clues. Can we talk to the octopus? Is he still out at the jetty? Where are my notes? Okay, we need to figure out where they were married and where they had Constance. Right, did the octopus go back down inside? Yeah, that's motive for Sir Winslet. Sir? Are you out here? Oh, the octopus is gone. Oh, we have a crowbar on this.
Let's give this a go then.
Wait, this might be dangerous. Let me stand back first, then you can do it.
Thank you for your concern, my friend.
Well, look at that, it's full of gunpowder.
Can we take some?
You know, I'm not actually that inclined to just shovel a hoop full of gunpowder directly into my pocket.
Well, we don't really have any contraption to hold it, but good to know.
Where we met, where we got engaged, where we married, where Constance was born.
Yeah. Okay, now what do we do?
Any ideas, old thing?
There are still a few gaps in the old notebook. Maybe we need to talk to people some more, figure out possible motives.
Ah, yes. Okay. We are missing a few gaps. Okay. Well, I do have to call it a wraps. I've got some other things I need to do today. And I might have a friend be coming over soon. And I gotta go get my kids up from nap. So, I'm gonna save my game right here. Sorry it was such a short stream, but I'm glad we were able to make some progress. And it's good seeing everyone in chat. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. Bye, everybody. And take care of yourselves, too. Drink lots of water. See you next time. Bye.